Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the 16th webinar from IMBRSea related to the special COVID-19 situation. Now, I must also announce maybe immediately that normally this will be the last webinar of this format because we're at the end of the semester. Next week we have the annual symposium. And during the summer, let's say during the summer weeks, we're not planning to have these regular meetings anymore. In case there is a need because of change in situation, for example, that we should need again those types of webinars, of course, we can always start them up again. So let me start like previous sessions with a short presentation. The majority of topics this week will be related, of course, to the annual symposium. So communication of some final things which were already communicated via email as well to and already it's mostly a repetition of also things we announced in the previous meetings. But I think it's not bad to just confirm a number of things, and if there would be still questions, for example, to also address them. So presentation modus. So let me start with some announcement related to the professional practice exhibition. So the thesis presentations and the annual symposium take part on the 1st and the 2nd of July, which is the Wednesday and the Thursday. As announced before, what you should do is by Friday the 26th of June, which is tomorrow, that's the deadline for sending your website URL and uploading a thumbnail through Matix. If you do not have a thumbnail ready, you can also, as communicated earlier, you can just select one of the pictures that you have uploaded earlier as a proof for your professional practice. That's also perfectly a possibility, or a picture of yourself if you wish to be in there. So just to have something visual that is also just to make the overview, the exhibition a bit more attractive. Please make sure you set your website as a public website. So on your Google sites, it's really important that you make sure it's a public website, so it can be viewed, of course, and seen by externals as well. Then on Monday the 29th, we will do some testing. So between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. the idea is that we will get in touch with you and make a call to the live chat room. So what we have installed there is that everybody will have a Jitsi Meet. So Jitsi is a free online streaming service as well, a chat room. The advantage over the Google Meet is that you do not have to accept people to actually get into your room. So it's very straightforward, very easy, and all attendees can actually pass by and discuss with you about the website and about your professional practice you have made. So on Monday, we will publish all these Jitsi links, the links to the chat rooms, and then from Monday onwards you will be able to use them. So between 1 and 3 p.m. the idea there is that you around 1 p.m. you just open your chat room, and somebody will pass by actually to have a short chat with you and to check whether everything is working properly. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, there will be the exhibitions, and the exhibitions will have again a set time frame. And on the picture you can see here on the how this will look like. You see placeholder, that's where the thumbnail will end up of the image you have uploaded, and then above you see that, so what you will see is your name as a student, then you see the title of the professional practice, then you see 3 buttons, which is one button which will go directly to the website you created, a second one will go to the meeting room, so the Jitsi meeting room, and then a third button will open a form where you have to log in with your IMBRSea account, but where every student will be able to kind of submit some peer review, because that's also part and feedback, for example, on your professional practice exhibition. Presence of promoters, supervisors, readers is not mandatory. Yeah, so they can also visit your exhibition, like in other cases. So, but that's not more than that. So, also keep in mind. So, in your meeting room, your personal meeting room that you have available, yeah, there it's you should just talk to the people. It's not the aim that you make another presentation. Yeah, so you can refer to your website that you made, for example, and people can actually watch the things on your website. We are aware that some people are discussing, okay, yeah, one-page website, how many pages can my website include? We always communicated that the idea is to have a one-pager website, yeah? So what is a one-pager website? It's the idea that, okay, you have one page, people can scroll through, where you see everything. Of course, it can include also links to secondary pages, yeah, that's perfectly possible, but an evaluator, yeah, should not be obliged to click on these links in order to see essential information. So it's really those external secondary pages, call it like that, or additional stuff that they can watch. So you should consider your materials that you're presenting there as things that people can really easily get through, get an idea of what you did, what you learned in about 5 to 10 minutes max if they look at your website. So keep that in mind. So if you made a whole structure, that's okay, but an evaluator, yeah, should not be obliged to click 15 times on your website to see all the activities that you have included there. Yeah. Good. Let me move to the thesis presentations. So also tomorrow, Friday 26th, was as announced before, also in the guidelines, the deadline for submission your PowerPoint presentation via Matix. Yeah, you will see there a button that is available on the screen, submit presentation. So if you just click on that, you can upload your presentation there. People ask, okay, why do we have to upload a presentation if we have to present it anyway? Yeah, the reason for that is that we in that way also keep a collection of all the presentations, yeah, throughout the years. Yeah. And a second reason for that is if something technically goes wrong on your side, yeah, then we have a backup, we have your presentation present, and if needed, for example, we are also able to take over the presentation and that you're just chatting. It's just to make sure we have backups, that we have methods for plan Bs if they would be necessary. Are you obliged to do this? Simple answer, yes. So by Friday, 26th of June is the deadline for submitting those presentations. And then Monday 29th is again testing day. So for the professional practice, we have a more broad test slot, while for the thesis presentations, we want to take the time with everybody, yeah, to do a full testing of the presentation. Yeah, a scheme and a guideline was already distributed, so you should know which room you are and what time slot you have for the testing. Yeah, the idea when we start this, because we're using Skype for that. Why do we use Skype? Because we have full control via Skype also on the broadcasting through YouTube, and to do it in an easy way. We compared different tools, and apparently there's no one tool that fits for all the purposes we're having here. So you have received guidelines on how to do this. Make sure you connect to the technical person that will be doing the test with you, and also that will be available at the time you have to do your presentation. Yeah, scheme was distributed. Really follow these guidelines step by step. Follow these guidelines step by step. Read everything, every piece in it, and just execute it as it's written there. We did tests also on our side where we played the nasty student that is doing strange things. So normally if you follow these guidelines, things should be clear and should work. Yeah. During the tests, what we will do is, okay, you will be able to start your presentation. We will check the video quality, for example, for answering questions. Yeah, and yeah, if you still have questions, we can still try to solve them. We have the advantage that we still have Tuesday, so if things go wrong with you, we still have kind of one additional spare day where we can potentially solve issues if they may pop up. Yeah. So that's on the testing. So that brings me then to the actual presentations, Wednesday and Thursday. These are public presentations, so they are live streamed on YouTube, like this stream here. Yeah. And the presence, again, of promoters, supervisors, readers is not mandatory, as mentioned already again, because the evaluation of your presentation is separate from the evaluation from the thesis reading. Yeah. So your presentation will take 15 minutes, and then after the 15 minutes, there is time for 10 minutes discussion. Yeah. So students and board members, I say board members, not all evaluators, but the formal evaluators part of the board, will enter via Skype. Yeah, so you will see them, they will ask you questions, let's say. There is always a moderator also per session, and that moderator will introduce you and will also make sure that the whole discussion is also done in a proper way. Yeah. So it will be streamed on YouTube. Just it's written in the comments and it's written in the guidelines. But just make sure while you're presenting that your YouTube stream, yeah, is off, is not running, because else you might have some sound issues, for example, that may trouble the whole thing. Also, it could be that not all answers that are posted, not all questions, sorry, that are posted on the chat box are kind of addressed, yeah, but that's really up to the moderator, yeah, so it's not the aim that you check, okay, what questions are coming in, and I will just start answering them. No, the moderator will select questions from the chat box, actually, and post them to you, yeah. Then Friday, the 3rd of July, at 1 p.m. Central European time, for example, yeah, there will be the proclamation, yeah. Proclamation where we will announce all those people that have graduated, yeah. And there I would like to request again, if there's somebody from the students willing to make a speech or to show a video, please inform us. Yeah, please inform us still this week, because we have to plan also for that. We have to make sure that we have a nice schedule and an agenda for this event. Yeah. Okay. Then during the symposium, so everything, so the single point of entry for everything related to the annual symposium will be the IMBRSea website. So you will have seen that on the front page, the first banner has changed to a banner that immediately directs to the IMBRSea online symposium page. Yeah, and in the coming days, at the latest on Monday, for example, also final schedules will be present there. Most of the schedules, yeah, will be operated via the Matix platform, because both for theses and professional practice, you have used Matix as a platform during the past year. What we have also added here, and that's hopefully we should not use it too much, yeah, is a chat box. Yeah, a chat. So a chat which will be manned during the full annual symposium. So if you have a question, okay, I don't find my way, I don't know how to log in, etc., yeah, then you can just post your question through the chat box. That's also for the public at large, so anybody can ask questions there, and that we will kind of direct you to the right spot. Yeah, so feel free to use it. Yeah. Because it's aimed to help you and not to mislead you. We installed this additional chat box just to have kind of the normal live interaction that you have during an annual symposium as well with the organizing committee, yeah, that you don't have in a digital way. And we also are aware that sometimes thesis promoters, supervisors, they're not always used to using our platforms, for example, and as such they can easily also communicate and ask questions. Yeah, good. Then thesis proposals, very important element for the first year students. Yeah, 1st of July as announced, and this is already an extended deadline. Yeah, this is the submission deadline of your thesis proposal. What happens if you do not have anything yet by this deadline? Yeah, answer is very easy, negative connotation towards next year. Yeah, what does it mean, a negative connotation? It means that your final thesis grade, yeah, might be downgraded. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, panic in some context. So if you do not have anything by now, there's several reasons for that. There could be several. You started too late, yeah. You just were stuck on maybe one topic where a promoter did not answer. Yeah, okay, that happens, that's life, but that's also an experience for the future. So yeah, or you're not ready, you don't have any signed things yet because maybe of your promoter. Yeah, that's possible. But what we suggest you to do is, yeah, 1st of July, yeah, make sure you have something uploaded. Something. So if the things are not complete, if not final yet, at least upload what you are negotiating on right now. Yeah. So because from there we can give advice. The board will give advice on what to do and what what's the next step to take. So if the work plan is not final yet, that can happen. But then you will receive a feedback, for example, that by the end of August you have to upload a revised work plan. So advice is make sure there is something. If things are not complete, well, that's life, then they're not complete. But if there's simply nothing, then for sure this will have a negative impact on your final thesis grade. You may not agree to this, yeah, that's your problem, but the thesis guidelines are quite clear on this as well. And so these thesis guidelines, you knew these deadlines already from months ago. Yeah, so really do something on this. We also received, okay, can we potentially change still our topic or institute later if necessary related to the COVID-19 situation? Of course, the answer is yes, and that's also why we installed a formal request form that was documented on last week, where you also received an email about, and where on the website we have guidelines on that. So if you will potentially change things due to certain situations, yeah, you will have to use the formal request form for that. And maybe also in addition, yeah, can we still upload a thesis with a partner, with a non-existing IMBRSea partner? After the 1st of July, it's no longer possible. So if you are wanting to work, proposing a new partner, for example, to a consortium, yeah, deadline for that is 1st of July. Yeah, not later. So not later, we will not accept. So it means, yeah, keep that also in mind. We are aware that this causes some stress for some situations, but also we as a program, and we also as related to university guidelines anyway, where we need approvals and things to be written in a proper way. Again, also related to, for example, insurances. If you start doing field work, then for sure, we need, for example, also an approval for these kind of things. Okay. Then a final slide for incoming students, for new students. Yeah, please start sending your documents if you have them. Yeah, the address was sent by email again and is also available on the contact section on our IMBRSea website. Then for the students that have been selected in round 3, yeah, note also that the deadline for payment of the first part of the tuition fee is tomorrow, 26th of June. So if you did not pay your first part by the 26th of June, then we will consider you as no longer a student in our program. Yeah, because shortly after there will be all the activities will start related to registration and all other elements, also access to the preparatory materials that we prepare for you. So all this kind of things. Yeah. Digital documents, electronic documents. Yeah. Instead of sending emails to us, yeah, go to your student page, which you should have access to with your login details that you used also during your application process. And there will be a form there. There is a form available there, registration documents for upload, and just upload the documents in there, the electronic documents. So then, and from there we will work further with them. So avoid sending emails because that requires more processing from our side. Yeah. Okay, and I just want to conclude here with the end. Yeah, there's a slide I prepared with just saying this is the end of 16 weeks constantly, more than 3 months actually, that we were presenting these kind of webinars where many people have been watching, and we had the feeling that they were a nice addition in order to stay in touch with all of you. So with this will be the final one. Of course, next week there will be lots of webinars and lots of presentations, but we do not plan to have one related to the COVID-19 situation. So for the next coming weeks and months, yeah, for next week for sure, I would like to wish you all the best and good luck during the annual symposium. It's important. We're happy that we at least could prepare something that is as close as possible to normal. Please also advertise on it, because you can be proud that you are a student of this program, that you have prepared certain things and that you're presenting certain things. That's why we also do it publicly. So if you have friends, colleagues, former colleague students, for example, point them out to the fact that there is this annual symposium, and that they can watch and learn about the ocean and marine biological resources in broad sense, for example, during this big event. We're also doing quite some outreach, in order to show, for example, that despite the fact that things are online, things can still be of excellent quality. So good luck next week, also over summer. Good luck. There's a team of students working on the online courses over summer as well, so we will be in touch with quite a few of you, but also take some time to rest, I think, very important, and we just hope that the next academic year will be a good academic year, good experiences for all of you, and I think I can stop it here. So if you have any questions, that's the typical last slides. Feel free to post them now through the chat box. First question from Carmelo. For the testing day, I will be traveling from 12 to 14, 13, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to connect. Is there any possibility we can do it earlier or later? We've foreseen that time slot. What you could do is just send an email. I'm not sure, let's say, whether it will be able to plan it in, but normally all the things should work. You can actually do also the test with the chat rooms yourself. You even don't need us, because the only thing you will be doing is clicking on the link, the Jitsi link, and you will see whether it works or not. Lotte Janssens, hereby immediately also an answer to your question. Kim Ludwig, what is the exact time of the deadline to upload the presentation tomorrow? The presentation guidelines, it's not stated explicitly. No, it's 2400 CET, so the deadline is the day. So by the end of the day, everything has to be there. Does the website URL have to have a specified format other than containing our name? No specified special format. It has to contain your name as being communicated earlier. So that's the website URL. So it's you can find it in previous webinars as well, but also in the guidelines that are available on the website. Question from Diego Moreno. Thesis presentation, I usually do presentation with a second monitor on Skype with no problems. Why in the guidelines is it said that we should not use it? Follow the guidelines, I would say. I'm not going into technical discussion. That the technical team that has tested these things. The point is that from Skype we process the things through a separate software, which is OBS, where we do some kind of post editing live, and from there it goes to YouTube. And apparently we just say make sure it's going well. You can test it, Diego. You can test it on Monday. If it works well, then it's okay, but do not expect if you're using a second monitor, for example, and it ends up in trouble. That's not our problem at that time. A question from Enrique. I have been asked by my thesis supervisor the contact of my tutor in the master. Whose contact should I give? Yours, or am I supposed to have an assigned tutor? It's totally not clear what you mean by that, Enrique. You can give my name as the final contact person or the final responsible for this master program, no problem. But normally the names you have submitted to the according to the thesis guidelines, the promoter, the supervisor, for example, that are the only names that we work with. So Marine Courtois, hello Tim. Just to make sure, is it possible to upload a PDF version of our presentation as a backup on Matix, but use a different version with animations next week? Yeah, that's perfectly possible. No problem. You can also upload your presentation with the animations on Matix as well. So that's no problem on that. Be aware that in case things go wrong and you uploaded just a PDF, this will be the thing which you have to work. No animations in that case. Luca van Tomme, will there be study groups in the first semester in the Ghent be for every lesson? Yeah, that's a very specific question. We will organize, Luca, so for sure we will work with study groups, and we requested for rooms, so you can get together. It's depending also on the size of these rooms for those people that are physically in Ghent. That they will depend actually the size also of the study groups that you will work in. We are planning for the moment, the suggestion is that we made, is that we foresee availability to come to campus, let's say at least 4 afternoons or 4 half-day sessions per week. But this is not final yet, so this is still in the whole discussion. And you will be informed, of course, as soon as we have final things of it. Dan and Olte, for the first years at Ghent University, study groups will be created. Is there any information on how many days per week? I think already kind of answered this. Note that these study groups will not be obligatory, so you want to follow from distance, that's also possible, but we want also to give people the opportunity, those that are coming to Ghent, also to come physically to campus and potentially take some courses together. Yeah. Question from Enrique. When uploading my thesis proposal, I was asked about the contact for the supervisor and from the promoter. Who would be the promoter? Can it be same person of the supervisor and the promoter? Please read the thesis guidelines, I would say, because they answer that question. I can also answer it here right now. Yes, your supervisor can be the same person as the promoter, but sometimes, of course, they are different things. The promoter has to have at least a PhD. That's the reasoning behind it, so that the supervisor not necessarily. Yeah, so that's but please read the guidelines. Actually, it explains what is a promoter and what is a supervisor. Question from Diego. Can I play a short background video on my last slide, which would be my questions slide, so I can answer questions while the video is playing in the background. Personally, I would not advise this, because this will distract the people that are asking the questions. So while you're answering the questions, you will be in the picture. So it's no longer your presentation that will be in the picture. Yeah. So I would say it's not the best idea. Yeah, to do this. Yeah. If you want to play a short video, I don't know on what exactly. You've seen that I also posted the fact that during the celebration, the graduation ceremony, there is also an option to speak to the public, to share some things. Maybe it's an idea to fit it in there. I don't know. Just a suggestion. Yeah. More questions? Yeah, can we upload the contract for the thesis promoter and supervisor after the 1st of July, since the contract will be only available after we submit the abstract? I'm not really sure what you mean by this question, Melanie. So you have to submit the abstract, but also kind of a contract. If it's not fully signed yet, then upload at least an unsigned or and add a conversation with your promoter, for example, to say that things will be final there. Yeah. So 1st of July is the deadline for uploading the materials related to the thesis proposal. Yeah. Just try to be as complete as possible with everything by then. Yeah, and do not delay also our processes at the coordination office over summer by being late with all this as well. It's just also to make sure that we can still handle everything. More questions? Okay, I don't see any more questions coming in. We were 48 people watching this webinar, which is the normal number. Again, yeah, tell your colleagues, especially because we went into some aspects related also to the annual symposium, which are not unimportant, I think. Yeah, tell your colleagues on the WhatsApp groups, yeah, to really watch the presentation. Yeah, Yeah. But I just received a feedback on the last question by Melanie via the chat here that we have also in the coordination office, is that the contract can indeed only be generated after the abstract is, yeah, so the later uploading, for example, will not be a problem at all on this, yeah. Okay, so thank you for watching, yeah, and yeah, see you all somewhere, I think, next week. We will try to do our best to visit all your meeting rooms and to witness your presentations. Good luck with this. Enjoy the sunny weather in many cases in Europe, because it will be warm. At least the weather will be similar to what it would have been when we would have been physically together in Portugal this week. Yeah. So see you next week. Have a nice end of the week and an end of the day. Bye bye, and yeah, see you later.